Before we go on into the video, if you guys want to win a copy of FIFA 18 on any console of your choice, all you need to do is leave a like on the video, leave a comment down below in the comment section, and subscribe to my channel if you are new around here. Do those three things, that'll enter you into the giveaway. I'll be contacting the winner in a month's time. Best of luck, and let's go on into the video. Hey guys, Eataway here, and today I'm going to bring you guys a video on the FUTTIES cards on FIFA 17 Ultimate Team. And these are going to be released in around about 7 days time on the weekend, and we've got loads and loads of brand new cards and new SBCs coming to the game. We've got end of an era SBCs, we've got marquee transfers, and we've got the FUTTIES and also the FUTTIES winners. So loads of new cards, loads of new SBCs coming to the game. If you guys do want to see an investing guide on all of these different SBCs, the best players to invest in for them to make a load of profit, I have already done a video on that, and I'll leave an annotation in the top right corner of this video, but be sure to go and check that one out there. In this video I'm going to show you guys all of the potential SBCs that we could see next weekend, as well as any of the brand new cards we could actually get for completing those SBCs. So if you guys do enjoy, leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and without further ado, let's go on into the video. First up, we've got marquee transfers. Now, EA have mentioned these. We know they're going to be coming to the game next weekend. However, what I'm not 100% sure on is whether or not they will be included in squad building challenges or not. If they are, I think that will be awesome. They may just be cards released on the market, though, at their new clubs. However, I really doubt EA would have said that. I think they'd have just said transfer cards if that was the case. They said marquee transfers, so I think that hints at squad builder challenges. I think EA are going to be bringing out some SBCs for some of the biggest transfers throughout the transfer window. We've got people like Lacazette to Arsenal, that could potentially go down. Ronaldo to Man United, Dani Alves to Manchester City. Some really big transfers could go down within the next couple of days. So it would be awesome to see some SBCs for those guys. But even now, we've got Tolisso, Salah, Bernardo Silva, Kolasinac, Lindelof, Ederson, Zabaleta, Andre Silva, and loads of other big transfers that have gone down so far. I've just shown you 8 here, but there are loads and loads of others that could potentially be included in SBCs, and it would be really cool to see. I'm not too sure whether the card would have the normal stats of the card's base card at its old club, or whether or not it would be a boosted version. I think it would definitely be best if you got a boosted up version, similar to a first in form, but at a brand new club. I think that would be really cool to see, and yeah, I definitely would like to go ahead and unlock some of these cards. I think the requirements for an SBC like this would potentially be a full team from the actual team the cards transferred to, and maybe from the old club as well. So for example, with Salah, you may need a full Liverpool team and a full Roma team, you never know, but it would be really cool to get some brand new transfer cards with an upgraded card on Ultimate Team. Next up, we've got the actual footy cards themselves, and there's actually 2 different types of footy card available on Ultimate Team. We've got the footy nominees, which are the pink cards, and we've got the footy winner cards, which are the pink ones with gold lines on. Now, what happened last year is he released a bunch of different categories. So we had ones for players with 5-star weak foot, which had people like Çalhanoğlu in, ones with people with 5-star skills. I believe Quaresma was in there. There were quite a few other players. Normally there are 5 in each category. There were ones for the very pacey, sweaty players. I think Dumbia, Sturridge, Jababo, people like that were in there. You've got ones for goalkeepers. They had Lloris and a couple of other ones there. And normally there's a lot of different categories with different players that are nominated, and you can then actually vote for which player you want to win on the EA forums, and they normally have the voting up for a few days. People can go and vote, and the winners are then given a FUTTIES winner card. Now, what EA did last year was release all of the footy cards on the market with a footy nominees card. So that was just the normal pink one, and they had 5 players for each category. So they had over 50 cards released on the market. And these pink cards, they had exactly the same stats as the card's normal card. The only difference was the colour, they were pink. But if the card actually won, if it became a FUTTIES winner after the voting had ended, the card would actually be boosted up. So you could buy, for example, Çalhanoğlu if you thought he was going to win the FUTTIES for the 5-star weak foot category, and if you bought him, you could just get that pink card, and it would get boosted up in your club if he did go on to win. So it's quite similar to the one to watch cards, because the cards did actually get boosted up in your club, and a lot of people went and invested in cards that they thought would win, and they made a lot of coins by doing so. Now this year I'm not sure whether EA will do that, or whether they will actually do squad building challenges. Now there's a few different routes they could go down with the SBCs. For example, they could release SBCs for all of the different categories with lots of different players in, and you'd actually be able to go and complete an SBC and get a pink footy nominees card. And if you thought, for example, that Kante was going to win for one of the popular player categories, you thought Kante was going to win, you could go and do the pink Kante SBC, and if Kante did go on and win, he would get a FUTTIES winner card that you then have in your club. So I'm not too sure whether EA would do that, or whether they would just release SBCs for all of the footy winners cards, or maybe they'll just release them on the market. I'm really not too sure what they will do. I think there will be cards on the market, but there'll probably be an option to get them from squad building challenges as well. But I've just put a few pictures on screen right now, just some fan favourite players from FIFA 17, because normally there are categories for players who are very popular. So we've got people like Kante, Butland, Smalling, Martial. There's lots of other players players. You've got Walker, Bailly, and loads of others. But it would be very, very cool to be able to unlock an 87 rated, maybe even 88 or 89 rated Anthony Martial card with some very, very good stats by completing an SBC. And some of these cards here, I mean, you've got people like Jack Butland. He's already so overpowered. Imagine an upgraded version of Butland. It would just be absolutely insane. Third and finally, we've got the premium SBC cards. Now, we know these are going to be released. EA have already mentioned them. And we already have a good idea of which players are going to be included because quite a few big name players have already announced their retirement in the past couple of weeks and months. So we already have a good idea of which cards are going to be released, and they look very, very good. So first up, we've got Steven Gerrard, Xabi Alonso, and Totti. And I've got another 3 to show you guys in just a minute. But Steven Gerrard would be a very, very good card. Something we are going to see with the majority of these cards, I think, is a major boost in terms of pace. I mean, obviously a major boost overall because these cards are going to be very high rated. They're premium SBC cards. They're going to be very expensive to unlock. But I think we're going to see a major boost in pace just to make these cards usable, simply because right now, obviously they're old, they're retiring, so they're not going to be that quick. So I think EA will boost up their stats a lot to make them just like they used to be back in their prime. And in some cases with these players that are so old that their prime was when Ultimate Team didn't even exist. So Steven Gerrard, I would think that would be a very, very good card. It would be very cool to see him back at Liverpool, but I don't think EA can do that with licensing and rights. So he would most likely be at LA Galaxy. We've got Xabi Alonso with a pretty decent card. The trouble is though with Xabi Alonso, he doesn't really have too many standout stats in terms of Ultimate Team. He's a great passer, but if you compare him to someone like Steven Gerrard, I think Gerrard would have a ridiculous card on Ultimate Team. Next up is Francesco Totti, and he's been playing since the 1990s, so he's been playing for absolutely ages. He's like 40 now, and he's eventually retired, so it would be crazy to see this card. If any of them were available to unlock, it would definitely be Totti for me that I would go instantly ahead and unlock, because I already have the premium SBC El Shaarawy. He's one of my favourite players on the game, so having a hyperlink of premium SBC cards up front would be very cool. Also, I'm a pretty big fan of Totti in real life, one of my favourite players. But he's got an amazing card, as you see there, 90 dribbling, 91 shooting, 93 passing, some potential stats we could see there. Not too sure how quick he'd be. He could be quite a bit quicker. It's just we've never really had a rough idea of how quick he is on Ultimate Team, because on all the Ultimate Teams he's been on, he's kind of been in his late 30s anyway, because he's just so old. And as I said, he has been playing since the 90s. But next up, we've got the next 3 players, and the final 3 players, Philipp Lahm, Lampard, and John Terry. So Philipp Lahm, he's actually got a blue card this year. He's got a Team of the Season card. So even now, even though he's very old, he's been playing very, very well. I'm not too sure whether or not this card would be higher rated, lower rated, or the same. I have given him a slightly lower rated card just because I don't see EA going and releasing like a 95 or 96 rated SBC card for Philipp Lahm, but that would be a pretty decent card there. Frank Lampard, one of my favourite players in real life. I'm a Man City fan, and I was lucky to see him play for City, as he did go and actually play for City for a whole year. And yeah, as I said, one of my favourite players in real life, sadly has already announced his retirement, and I think this card would be amazing. I mean, he scored like 200 odd goals for Chelsea, one of their top goal scorers, or if not their top goal scorer of all time. I'm not too sure on that one. You guys could let me know in the comment section down below. But this card would be very, very good. And a few fun facts about Lampard: he's actually got an IQ in the top, I think, 0.1% of people in the UK. He's also published several books, and one of my teachers at school used to be his English teacher, so a few random facts there. And then finally we've got John Terry, and I think he hasn't actually announced his retirement yet. He could potentially be going to Aston Villa and Birmingham. Both of them have actually offered him a contract. I'm not too sure what he's going to do though. I expect he'll probably retire just because he's played for Chelsea pretty much his whole career, and I don't know if he'll want to go to another club to finish it off, because yeah, he's been a one-club man for pretty much his whole career. And yeah, I mean, I think this guy, they need to boost it massively in pace, because even in his prime he wasn't really the quickest of players, but I think EA will probably give him a big pace boost just to make him a usable card on the game. But he'd have very, very good defending and good physical as well, and would be a pretty decent card. But there we go, those are all of the cards. Hopefully you did enjoy. Let me know which ones you most likely see in the comment section down below. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care.